edition of the course Principle of Curriculum of Universidad Latina. I'm here with the teacher Karina Muñoz of the Liceo de Heredia. And first of all, I want to thank you, teacher, for your time in this interview. Now let's start. For how many times have you been working for the MEP?
I've been working for 14 years so far.
So 14 years is a long time. By your experience in those 14 years, what do you think about the curriculum in the MEP? Is it good?
I think that in high school it has to be modified because if we're having 6 years of English in primary school, we have to have a different approach in high school. Focus on more speaking and writing rather than just like learning vocabulary or just like translating words or texts like all the time.
Well, in this point, I agree with you. What I've seen in the observation is more focused about vocabulary and how can this curriculum be improved in the facts of speaking, writing. What do you think it can be done to change this and improve it to the students?
I think we need new objectives and long-term objectives, and we need like new strategies for teaching in high schools because we're having huge groups, like 35 students per group, and that's not a good way for teaching kids or teenagers. We need smaller groups. Even though we're having the same group, we can like split the classes or the lessons like in different days, so we have like different little groups and we can focus on speaking. For example, I know that in El Claretiano, they work like that. They have like small speaking groups, like they have like several teachers working with different kids, and they do a lot of things that would be more useful for them instead of like learning and repeating words that not even repeating, like learning, memorizing how to write words that they don't even know what they mean.
Now, leaving behind the things of the curriculum, what I see in the classroom, just like I'm seeing now, the classroom, the desk are in lines. Would you like to change that, the way it is organized?
I usually have them in groups because it's a language class, and I have them like practice like different activities like conversations and stuff. The thing is that you have a program to follow, and if you don't follow it, sometimes you have problems with the next teacher, not with the assessor or whatever, with the next teacher that takes this group and tells you that you didn't teach where you were supposed to, so they're failing because of you. So sometimes even though you want to change or you want to have a different approach with your students, if you have a different teacher next year, they feel that you're missing your job, you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Now, before the interview, you told me that you also teach in a university. Why is it that different between the college or the high school? Because in the university, the English teaching is good. So why is it that different between high school if the purpose is to the students to learn English?
Right now, I've been talking to my students at the university too, because I think that programs has to be changed too. I think the difference is that you have a little bit more time with them. Even though you just have 1 day per week, you can have like more time with them doing different activities. And probably another difference is that there are grown-ups, so the way they learn is different. But I think that at the university we have to change the program too, because now they're only taking 4 courses of English. And in these courses, we're not teaching what they need to be bilingual professionals in the future. We need to improve the curriculum training at the university and the time. I think that every single language class needs at least 4 times a week, 3 hours, where you can have a class of grammar, a class of vocabulary, and 2 classes for practicing and putting everything together.
Well, I only have the chance to observe one class of you in high school, but as a matter of homeworks, projects, whatever, what do you like them to do? Presentations, to make them speak or even write?
I usually have them have presentations, like I give them a topic, and in class we develop that topic, and then they have to present it as a speech. They use visual aids like pictures or photos or whatever. They are not allowed to read. That's one thing that I don't like. I like them not to memorize, but to improve the language using what they know. I also, sometimes depending on the topic, I have them completing sentences, answering questions. I like that, where they have reading comprehension that I think is very important, but in a way that they use the language. For example, sometimes we have some questions, like a practice of 6 or 5 questions, and we answer them together, like a group. So I listen to them speaking while we're answering the questions.
Well, see, just like I could observe in the time I was here, I saw the teenagers were speaking. They even try to say something, even if they were going to say it wrong. That's something I really like. To the teenagers to speak, they will get confidence about themselves, and to help them to improve their English. Now, as a final question, maybe you can give me a conclusion of good things about the MEP and other bad things about it.
I think that having English as a second language in our country is very useful, and it is very good for students. The thing is that we have to improve a lot in matters of objectives and the way we teach, and for that we need different sources. We need like video beams, and we need computers, and we need computer programs, and we need CD players, and we need a lot of things that we need for a language class. Right now we don't have that. We're doing the best we can with the things we have. But I think that the good thing is that we're teaching English since preschool, because we're having kindergarten teachers too, bilingual teachers. The thing is that we, as teachers, we have to be aware of our work, and that we're preparing them for the future. So I think that it's something that it has to be rechecked, like the programs, the objectives, and we have to follow like a sequence, because we're not having a sequence now.
Well, teacher, I want to thank you for this interview. I really appreciate your time. And that's how I finished the interview for the class of separation of the course Principles of Curriculum of Universidad Latina. Thank you.